repaving them. But look over towards Bridgetown and blue sky. These dark clouds are moving to that direction. Anyway, it looks like just a little drizzle. So we go and challenge Infra Barbados, a rental. Alright, we're looking our way towards Bridgetown. What we're seeing here is like city of Bridgetown, part of it, and the ocean in the background. But see no clouds. When I first came up just now, it was just not many cars passing by and no traffic. Not even people. Normally the bus stop right there, at that bus stop, that red and white sign, there'll be people waiting for a bus going to Bridgetown, but no people. Today, don't know what's going on today. Have to find out. Maybe it's the rain. I don't want to drift too far away from home because while it is like clear in that direction, oh, almost slipped there. Fell off the sidewalk. The clouds are drifting in my direction towards me. But on the other side of the island, almost clear sky. So on one side of the mountain, clear skies. On the other side of the mountain, it looks like rain. Now it looks like rain, it is rain. If I walk that way, I have to walk under that, and it may or may not begin to fall as I walk that way. And that way is long. The distance is more if I go in that direction and then return in this direction. About 3 miles, 4 miles that way. So we'll walk down the hill and then go to the left and back up the other side of the hill, or down the hill. days as I walk down here, I can feel the pressure in my ear, almost like the aircraft approach to landing. Now the road is wet, and this road is slippery when it's wet. Lots of dollars, no sense. I said that because a vehicle like that in Barbados, you want to buy it, it costs you close to $125,000. Alright, $125,000. Increasingly, I'm seeing people are buying that first vehicle, the gray one that we see pass by. That's a Chinese electric vehicle, BYD, and it costs almost half as much as the blue one we see overtaking the bus just now. I see why America has banned those vehicles because GM cannot make, not only GM, Ford, Stellantis, what they call Chrysler, Mercedes, none of the Caucasian brands can make a vehicle, even, well, not gonna say they can't, but they refuse to. make a vehicle and sell it at the price China's making it. The funny thing is that when Ford first came out, that's exactly what he did. All the other manufacturers used to make expensive cars, but they all used to make expensive cars. Then, so as the saying goes, he said, you know what? I want to make a car that the workers in my factory can afford to buy. This is a fight to the death now. And you can see what you're seeing in America and in Europe is that they are in this struggle that, well, all and call themselves great powers. They call themselves great powers or superpowers and all that to make it appear that they are beyond touch or reach. But they are not. If they were, they'll be able to see earthquakes coming and stop it from happening or redirect it. You'll be able to find what's hidden in the earth, what's underneath the Pacific Ocean, what has sunk below the ocean, and see that they are not the first. You'll be able to interpret what's written on the pyramids and see that they're not the first to reach this level of technology. They want to put it, they want to phrase it as they've reached the level of human development that has never been reached before. But I don't blame them. I have to be positive about yourself. But being positive about yourself and not recognizing that there's a reality that you were built on a foundation laid by others. And even today, there are people from whom you've taken everything, and some of them can build things that you still can't comprehend. They take your cast off materials and build something with it. that you couldn't build. And you come right out and say, you know, the government will say, well, we want you to do this. I heard many times the U.S. governments, you know, we want a clean vehicle. All the atmospheric pollutants that your vehicle put out, we can't do it. It's going to cost too much. But guess what? They turn around and raise the price of the automobile regardless to a price where it would be if they had put the equipment on the automobile to get rid of the pollutants. But we can filter all the pollutants out of the emissions. You can. You put the filter on the vehicle, filter out those pollutants. Take your vehicle in every, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years. Have that filter removed, put a new one in. And then the pollutants in that filter taken out, processed, and turned into, everything is based on carbon. So it's easy to turn it into the same hydrocarbons that we use to make the accelerants. So anyway, if you take off from Barbados now going north, wow, passing over or through these clouds, bumpy ride going up to Florida or New York or somewhere on the Atlantic or over to England. Bumpy ride. Yeah. All in all, though, to me, beautiful day. I hope you're enjoying your day wherever you are. not going to do any heavy pushing today. Take it easy. Take it easy, because man, it's like when he says, you know, okay, no, people who are looking, people who are I talk to and they say, man, things are terrible, man, they're terrible. And then the next day they come something else. Will you imagine what happened yesterday? Will you imagine what happened this morning? Because in their minds, you know, it can't get worse than what it is until it does. Until people in the window. It can't get worse than it is until it does. And then you react in shock. React in shock. It's like awestruck. But I don't know. I shouldn't say I don't know. That's just a term that sometimes comes out because I live around and have to communicate with people who use terms like that. So I use it too. I know what to say, but how to say it for people who, how to say it is a different story. You know. So it's like telling my children, you know, you're acting the fool. I could tell them you're acting the fool. Straighten up. Or I can say, look, you guys, I know you can do better. You know, don't you see this happening around you? And even that sometimes they find that hard. They start looking like depressed and worried. So have to find a way to get them to recognize the situation that they're in. Get them to change their actions. But before changing their action, you have to change their thinking. And changing the thinking of people on planet Earth is unbelievably different and difficult. So you have to, sometimes you have to let it go. Sometimes you have to wait till you can find words that people can live with. Some people get angry when you tell them the truth or show them facts. But you think a man is your friend until you tell him something that he doesn't want to hear. Anyway, have a great day wherever you are. Peace.